Hello friends, this is Scott, and myself and Mr. Lincoln are here at the hobby farm, and I'm showing you what we have left to do. We're almost done with several rooms, and I just want to kind of show you the lay of the land as we got here. And again, this is the same trip as when I found the water in the basement and the wood that fell over, but here's a look at the master closet that I still have to do, and you can see that I have patched the nail holes, but I still need to do caulking in here. And you can see up the door seams there. I need to definitely do some caulking and painting there. And you can see how some of my cuts aren't the greatest, but I think you'll be pretty amazed at how it looks after I get done with it, with the magic of the putty and the caulking. I did patch a hole in the wall there. I did run out of wall paint, so I got to pick up more of that. So I still always have a little bit here, a little bit there to do. But there's a better look at the kind of the cracks around the trim around the door that I still need to caulk up nicely before I paint. But I just want to kind of show you what I'm up against this trip. And look, there's a look at how things look after you put a bead of caulk in. Looks pretty sharp there, doesn't it? So you can just see, even with the poorest of cuts, you kind of do you can make it look really good with a good job on your finish work. I did have to tape up the sides of the walls just to get all the trim painted. Now I did paint everything white, but there are different sheens to the white, so I don't want to have it all bleed off because sometimes it's a little shiny or duller. It looks a little weird, but if I have a little bit of a bleed over, it's all white, so it's not a big deal. But I did have to pop the doors to this closet, and then I popped the door to that door to the bedroom, and then I did have to pop the master bath door just to finish that up. But getting it all taped to get it ready to roll, to get it all painted up. But again, I'm showing you all this just to kind of give you an idea of how nicely things can look, even if you're not the greatest carpenter in the world. And you just got to do a good job on your patching and your caulking, and make sure you paint and put several coats of paint on, and it all cleans up pretty nice. So I'm pretty pleased with it overall. So this spare bedroom where I stayed when I first started working on the hobby farm is almost done, and I'm excited for that. It's I want to get back outside and get some work done and get started on all the projects I have to do, but the snow on the ground outside still. Now in the hall, I had a little bit left to do. So as you see here, I've got it all patched and taped and ready to paint, as well as into this bedroom here. So yeah, it's going to look sharp. And again, after I paint, I pull the tape really quick because I don't want it to dry and then stick on, and then I end up pulling off hunks of paint. So I get it all prepared, get it ready to roll. I paint generally 2 or 3 coats, and then I pull the tape really quick, so it's all done, and I can walk away. So there, I had the doors back up, and it looks pretty sharp. And here it is in the master behind the bureau there. I did get all that patching and stuff done and painted, and so you'll see how that's going to look here after I pull the tape. And again, it looks, it's a construction zone until it's not. And there you go. Looks pretty sharp. Even those corners that I did do the greatest cuts are, not even visible. Now I will have some places on the wall here, as you see. This is behind the bed. This is the last part I did, but you'll see there's a patch job there where there's some kind of the previous owner had kind of holed the wall. Again, I got to get some more wall paint. I got to sand that down, but I'll always have little things to do. But here's a look right as I was leaving. I just got done sucking more water out of the basement, and I just wanted to kind of give you a look at how nice things are looking. And you see the black trim under the door. I think it looks pretty sharp. But this place looks totally different than when we purchased it. This was dark and dirty and kind of dungy, and it's now bright and shiny and clean. Now, I did forget to nail in that piece there where the tape is on the right, so I'm going to finish that when I have to finish the cat room. So I've already got all the baseboards in except for the closet, and I'll finish that next trip down. But here's a look at the spare bedroom where I stayed when I first started remodeling the hobby farm, and it's done. All I'm going to do is put things to the walls. I'm not touching this room again, so I'm happy with it. I think it looks pretty sharp. And I did put deadbolts on the doors just because there were holes in the doors for the previous owner. We don't need that much security in the house. I'm not worried about it, but I definitely just don't want to leave holes in doors. So I've got a couple of deadbolts there that are unnecessary, but can't see a lot in this room because of the amount of furniture, but you can see the trim work looks nice. I did have a lot of cuts going into this closet, and those, cleaned up pretty nice. And the bed covers up that spot in the wall that I've got to continue. I've got to paint and do a little bit more patching on. But yeah, it's we're almost done, and I can check off a few items on my to-do list. And I'm always going to have remodeling to do. I still, again, I have the cat room, and I have to do, the laundry room, and I've got to work my way down the stairs. But my wife has got plans for me to get my crap out of the garage at our house at Salt Lake. I've got the garage just totally full of stuff. So part of my task is I'm going to put in a wood shop in the garage for now. I didn't quite have the funds to build a wood shop here at the hobby farm, which I will eventually. But there's the bathroom. That was the last piece I had to finish there. But looks pretty squeaky clean, and the black trim doesn't look too bad under that door. But again, getting back to my house at Salt Lake, I need to make that place more livable. I've been kind of letting that go. I've got lots of junk, and I want to transition a lot of things down here to the hobby farm, including my workshop again and the chickens. I want to get those down here. And I want to do all my vegetable production down here, or most of it anyway. So there's a look at the finished spare bedroom. And again, that's the least amount of furniture, so you can kind of get a good sense of how crisp and clean it looks. Again, we have a lot of hand-me-downs down here. We don't have a lot of, we didn't buy new furniture and do a bunch of things down here. We're just going to make do with what we have. There's lots of expenditures when you're buying a second home, and I got a kid in college and other expenses, and we'll just do things as we can do them. But I think the big push was to make this house a home, and I think we've done that, so we can enjoy it. And stay tuned for all the outside work once the snow melts, because I've got lots to do. So thanks for watching this video, and if you'd like to subscribe, I'd sure appreciate it. And yeah, if you have any comments or would have any suggestions of what I should do down here, please drop me a comment. Thank you.